Hey everyone, it's Little Lollycat here, and I'm going to make a cake. I'm going to bake a lemon cake, a lemon fragile sponge, and show you how to do it. So you need lemon zests, which we got from Free Lemons. 7 eggs, because you're going to need to separate them. 1 cup of flour, plain. 1.5 cups of sugar, caster sugar specifically, and you want to have half of the cup separate. Yes. You also need, for our filling, we're using Yorkshire lemon curd, which is the same as regular lemon curd, it's a lie. You need at least 600 grams of icing sugar, 300 grams of butter. You can use salted or unsalted. I use salted because I think it actually adds to the taste. You need almond, vanilla and lemon extract, and I am using lemon juice, but you can use cream of tartar. Yeah. Okay. So first we separate egg yolks from egg whites. People have things to do it with. I use my hands because I'm Clary. Yes. So smash an egg. You know, basics. Into pan. Whoop. Squished. And then this one goes into yolks. You have to be really careful because if any egg yolk ends up in the white, it won't whisk. It also helps if you've had them out for half an hour before doing the thing. I'm going to start doing it into here so that if I break any, it's safe. But if you leave them out for half an hour before you do this, it makes it easier for them to whisk later on because you're basically going to make a meringue before you do this. And then egg yolk, blip. And then over. Squinch. 2. Really. Four. Were you aware that when I made that cake before, I touched all the eggs? I touched them all like this, intimately. 5. Okay. So once you have 5 yolks, you still need 2 more egg whites. So you have to separate, and basically there's 2 yolks that are going to go to waste, so just do with them what you want. But they can't go into the cake. Poof. So I have separate here, so I can still get the egg yolks. Safe. I like to wash my hands because they're muggy. Put the egg yolks aside, let them stand, and they will be whipped up later, which is why we're using a machine. You can do this by hand. I used to always do it by hand, but it takes forever, I will not lie. So, five egg yolks into bowl away. Whisk. You just have to whisk till it's thick. It takes time, I'm sorry. It's not that exciting. Your whisk thick and mildly lemon coloured. Okay, so now it's thick and kind of lemony coloured. You add in the sugar, poof, poof, and then mix through. This will come out really, really, really thick, as you can see. Then add in 2 tablespoons of water. Both. We have terrible tablespoons. Both. Both. Okay. Mix in. And then I really should have got teaspoons out earlier. And then in it we add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Boop, boop, boop. Teaspoon of almond. Boop. And usually you would only add in 1 teaspoon of lemon, but since I'm making a lemon cake, I'm adding 2. This is not going to be the only lemon in it, obviously, but 2. We want the lemon to come through. Okay. And then mix together. Now for people who don't like almond, because I don't like almond, you don't really taste it in the final thing. But it does add to the sponge, so it is mildly a requirement. Hoop, 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 hoop. Okay. Now, the flour I have is once sifted. Because this cake is going to be really, really light, it's a fragile sponge, it needs to be sifted a second time. So while I add it, that is what I am going to be doing. There needs to be absolutely no chunks in this, or else it will not fold in very well and it will be horrible, which is important. Important. There we go. And then we mix it in. Poof, poof, poof. This will be very, 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 very thick once it's done here. Do not worry about that. Do not think that you need to add more water or anything. Personally, I use large eggs because it gives you a little bit more leeway and it actually just makes the sponge a bit richer. It will be thick. There we go. And mixed. Usually it would end here if we were making just a regular fragile sponge, but since we're making a lemon one, in goes the lemon zest. Oop. Now it may look like a lot of lemon zest compared to batter, but trust me, the batter once the rest of the cake is done is going to be much, much larger and much, much fluffier. There we go. But I want to cook it first so it tastes better. Now putting that aside. Next step is egg yolks. There we go. So, this, we're basically going to make a meringue, and 7 egg whites is going to take a long, long time to do, so we're cheating. So, if if you don't have cream of tartar, you can use lemon juice, which is what I use. So for every teaspoon of cream of tartar, you use 2 of lemon juice. So normally you would use half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, whereas here we're going to use 1. And it works. Make sure everything is really, really, really clean, or else it won't whip. Any leftover residue from anything will destroy it, basically. You can be there for hours and it won't whip. If there's any egg yolk in there, it won't whip. If there's any fat or grease in there, it won't whip. And really, you don't want to do that. No, it takes a long time. And then just add a pinch of salt to it as well. Now, salt, and then just set it to mix. Which, because this will take so long, it is a good time to put the oven on, preheat at 160 degrees Celsius. Because it's going to be a slow cook cake. It's not going to be baked forever. And now we cheat! Ah! Or we try to cheat. Why is it not working this time? No! So after finding a plug that works, yay! Now we just need to leave it. Okay. So now soft peaks have formed. We take the half cup of sugar we had earlier and we slowly start adding it. Until stiff peaks form, which means you can lift it above your head without falling down. Okay, definitely done. Okay, so now we made a meringue. Oh. Yeah. So stiff peaks doesn't move. You can go ah, and you're safe.
What was that?
You can go ah, and you're safe.
One more time.
You can go ah, and you're safe on tempting fate. So stiff peaks. Next stage, we take the batter we had before, and I'm going to need, where's my little stove? There's my little stove, because I can't reach in the middle properly. I'm short. Blur away. Okay, so what we do is we take this, we move it into here, splop, 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 poof. See, some people do baking ones where they're like, I will make brownies from these 4 ingredients and it will take 5 minutes. And I'm like, no, I shall show you how to make a fragile sponge because I really like a fragile sponge. They make all other cakes taste crap. Okay, so now we have this in here. What we're going to do is we're going to fold the mixture through. Literally just take some batter from the bottom, fold it through. And this will take a bit, but as you can see, it's fluffy and cloud. Oof. No. Don't be bad. Okay. Oop. Almost there. Now we're folding and not stirring because we want to keep the fluff in the air in the cake, basically. Are you laughing at how short I am? You're a bad Manny. This is why you're a Captain Butthead. Okay, let's see. It's about done. And once it ribbons down like that, it's done. If you take a chunk and it forms a ribbon as it falls, that's it done. So now we just need to separate this into pans. Now usually,
Bless you.
okay, so usually for this kind of mixture you would just do one cake pan and then cut it in half afterwards to create the sandwich. However, I'm going to use two. So I've got these pre-greased ones with butter. Don't use cake spray, it will stick. But I've got these ones instead. And I'm using two of them because it rose so much last time, this was not enough space. It probably got to about this tall and then got stuck on the railing above it. So make sure there's plenty of space in your oven, or there will be issues. This is really heavy, just so you're aware. Really heavy. Hoop. 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 All over my own hand. I'm baking my own hand now. That's the secret ingredient. My thumb. Oop. Ow. So now it's in the cases. Sugar, 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 sugar. Because you want it to fly as flat as possible. You want an even bake. So, next part. You ready for this? You ready for this? You don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay. So, because of the kind of mixture it is, you can get air pockets. And if it gets air pockets, it will collapse. So what you do is, first off you go and bring them up to the top. And then you go through with you run a knife through it to get rid of them all, and then you smooth it over again. So, next one. You'll see the air pocket show up. Air pockets. See? Cut to burst any that are remaining. And then smooth, 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 so it's a nice even bake. Yes. Okay. So it is too high right now, actually. Maybe open them a little bit. So it'll be baked at 160 degrees, and usually if it's a full cake, as in the full thing filled up, which will take up to about here, it will be about 50 to 55 minutes, but since we've cut it in half, I'm thinking about 30. I'll check it in 20, but yay! There we go. And now we bit. But it's rising. A lot. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So once it's springy to the touch, it's done. So you just take them out quickly and tip them upside down onto a wire rack. next one is... Okay. And that's it. And then leave them to completely cool. Okay. While those cool, I'm going to make buttercream for the icing, which I almost called frosting. Yeah, I got overexcited and opened the oven too many times, and then I tried to show the mister, and he grabbed a camera to show you them rising, so it was open for too long and they started to deflate. However, they're still puffy, so it's fine. Yeah, stop that. Stop it. Stop it. That's your fault. That's because you grabbed the camera. I just wanted to show you the puffiness. Okay, so in here, I'm putting 300 grams of salted butter. This is all super soft because I left it out. You need to make sure that it's soft or it's going to take forever. Forever. Okay. Oof. There we go. 300 on the dot. And then this. Ooh, buttery hands. This, we're gonna add 600 grams of icing sugar. Poof, poof, poof. Yay! Okay. And then we need a spoon. Which is currently covered in cake batter still. Oops. Someone finished it off. Someone finished off all of the cake batter. Someone stood there while the cakes were baking and ate all the cake batter. There was a lot of cake batter left in there. It wasn't me. It genuinely wasn't me for once. Okay. It's quite smooth. Okay, I have been alerted that apparently this will do buttercream. So if this goes horrifically wrong, it's not my fault. It's going places. It shouldn't go. Like all up there. It tried to turn me into a ghost. What? Add lemon essence because it's all stuck together, and we needed it anyway. To be fair, from this point it'll be usable anyway. Okay. Now push. Yes, just what I wanted. This here, yes. Stab, 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 stab. Okay. Again.
Is it a fair chested catastrophe?
It's more than just a mix-up. Or a mess-up or a mishap. What? It's not my fault it's a Worcester catastrophe. We need to fix it fast, you see. Boof, boof, boof. Okay. Boop. is missing. Poof. There's still some chunks of butter in there that haven't been mixed through, so it's nice and smooth. Get the rest of the icing sugar. I'm unsure how much. This will be something personal, but everyone likes different taste intensities, so different amounts according to what you like for essences. Okay. It is now. The cake is cool. So, sandwich bar. I flipped them around, as you can see they're dunce. I flipped them around so that the flatter sides will be together. So now, just the filling of your choice. I usually actually make this cake with raspberries and fresh cream instead of buttercream and lemons. But someone likes lemons. Someone likes lemons. Boof, boof. Okay, I took about half the jar. You do want to make sure it's completely cool enough, or else it's going to melt whatever's in the middle and it'll all squish out the seeds, which is not ideal. Boof, boof. You can see this kind of crust here. The kind of look it gets is because of it being a fragile sponge, which means it's basically a meringue mix. And buttercream. And we're just going to add it on and then smooth it across and down. And usually I used to have bags and stuff I would do this with, but I don't have them anymore. So now you're just getting chunks of buttercream, sorry. Buttercream chunks. Yes, delicious. Okay, I need a knife. Okay. So spread, spread, spread. Spread the butter. Scoot her around. Poof. Obviously, it does not have to look fancy. If anyone does make this cake, send a picture of it to Dottie and they will share it and tell everyone about how fabulous you are as a human being and how you're the best person ever. I'll make sure of it. Also, it would just be really nice to see everyone's cakes if everyone actually makes it.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. lemon cake. Lemon cake. I made a cake. Bye everyone.